Greetings, Dwayne, CFRN. I'd like to invite you to take our free trial before we get started. Go to cfrn.net and click Start the Free Trial. While you're there, let me just point out that if you want to listen to the radio 24/7, great Christian music, programming, teaching, podcasts, discussions, this is the place to be 24/7. If you have our toolbar installed, you're always just one click away. Anytime you're out surfing the net, you can stream the radio in the background. You can view our latest blog post. You can do your Facebook, your Twitter. You can check your Gmail. You can add stuff to your Amazon wish list. You can read our daily newspaper, follow us on Google+. You can check out our latest article on Seeking Alpha, and you can listen to the daily audio Bible. It's 30 minutes a day, gets you through the entire Bible in 1 year, which is a pretty good deal. And all of that's available if you simply click here and download the toolbar. We do this in conjunction with Amazon.com, so I assure you there is no malware, badware, nastyware, bugware. It's 100% safe surfing when you put this toolbar on. And I'm telling you, any and every cool thing that you want to do on the internet, it's all right there. You don't need anything else, seriously. But also, if you have an iPhone, click it. Get smart. Now the trick, and this is where some people get confused, you have to point your mobile phone browser to this address. So here's what you do. You open up the browser on your iPhone. You go to cfrn.net/app. It'll bring this page up right here on your iPhone. Scroll down, click that. You're going to get a pop-up window that asks if you want to install it on your home screen. You're going to say yes. It's going to take 30 seconds, and then you're going to have our app on your phone. That gives you access to our podcast, to our videos, to our charts, to the daily audio Bible as well. A lot of great features, so I highly encourage you to do that. Follow us on the Twitter. Give us the oh, right here, I missed this button. This is where you go to sign up for the daily radio broadcast. That's different than the free trial. Okay? In the live trading room, we actually teach you how to trade. Okay? We can't guarantee you're going to become a successful trader. And people who promise you they can, you might want to run in the other direction really fast. What we will do is we'll teach you and share with you everything that we know collectively about trading Emini futures. Our good friend Bert will share with you what he knows about trading options. Now Bert can actually put on and take off trades for you. He can manage your futures account, all of that stuff. His number is at the bottom of each and every CFRN page. Right there, 866-928-3310. Now the radio program is from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. What you do is you click this link. You go through a really brief sign-up process. You only have to do this once a week. Do it on Monday, and then every day for the rest of the week you'll get an email right before the radio show that says, hey, the radio show starts at noon Eastern. Click here to join the show. So you register once, and then you just click to join the rest of the week. I know sometimes people come to the site, they hear our voices, and we're talking about charts and indicators and price points, and they're like, what are they talking about? And I get emails, or people come into the live chat over here and say, where's that chart you're talking about? So that's how you get to the charts. Okay, there's actually two links. They both do the same thing. They take you out to that page where you register. Again, You only got to go through the registration once per week. So the live trading room, okay, in the morning, we give you a 5-day free trial to that. We also give you a platform, we give you indicators, we give you charts, we give you live real-time data. It's not delayed. We give you a simulator, give you everything you need so that you can make an intelligent decision if the way we trade and the way we'll teach you to trade is right for you. At the end of a week, you can then make a decision if you want to become a CFRN partner. Okay? The radio broadcast is free forever, or it always has been. I don't plan to change that in the near future. So whether you become a partner or not, you're always invited to come participate in the daily radio program, hang out with us, ask questions, look at the charts, participate in the discussion, be a part of the program. Okay, we really enjoy it when you do that. Now to go to the blog, you just click right here. If you're a first-time visitor, there's great information here. Live trading room results going back to August 1st of last year. When you click here to visit our blog, you just click there. And now our blog, once you exhaust every blog entry on this site, you can actually go back to the museum, the CFRN archives, by typing in archive.cfrn.net. It takes you to a whole nother world. This is not the original site, but it was the most recent incarnation before the current site. And you might get a runtime error. I can't imagine why. Oh, it's this latest version of Firefox. This thing's got a couple bugs in it. Let me just say that. Anyway, if you come over to the archive site, and really why you would, I don't know, but a lot of people do. A lot of people come over here and hang out still. This goes back 5 years. All the way back, no, I'm sorry, 7 years. First post was made in 2005. And in 2006, 243 posts. 2007, 416. Looks like in 2008 I was asleep at the wheel, only 193. It's only like 200 trading days in a year. 2009, 317, 2010, 273. And that's when we made the transition to the new site. But you can click any of these and you can go back and you can look at the charts and what we were doing on any given day. And even listen to the old podcast if you want. Some people like the old. Okay, if you haven't uploaded to the latest Firefox version yet, maybe you don't want to. Okay, I'm just saying. I've had more than one crash of late. And I certainly hope this is getting recorded, because I would really be grumpy if I had to go back and do it all again. So we're just going to hope it is recording. And now that I've taken up 8 minutes and 49 seconds of your life touring you around the site, let me just show you the charts. Anytime you have a question, email us support@cfrn.net. If you sign up for the free trial, for some reason you don't get your email with a link, because you got to confirm that you really do want to take the free trial, because we don't believe in spam. We hate it as much as you do. So we use a double opt-in process. You have to confirm, and then we get out all the information to you with the link, the password. So check your bulk folder, your spam folder. If after 5 minutes you can't find it in any folder, email us. Between Michael and I, we're literally up 24/7. He's on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast, so we pretty much have it covered. Alright, I'm going to start doing this recap a wee bit different. And not going to go into any great detail as to why. Okay, maybe I will. Just a little bit. I'm going to show you to the tick where our indicator set in this time frame signaled the entries. Okay, that's what you're going to see every night from now on. I'm taking the indicators off the page. This one down here, when I do the recap, I don't even use it. I don't use any of the other stuff. I don't use the cycle. I don't use the slingshot. I don't use the combo. I don't use the weekly trading zones. This is price action, okay? And so I'm uncluttering the screen to show you what you would see if you were just looking at price action. Now, last night, this is Sunday, today is April the 30th, Sunday night Globex session, April 29th. The market gapped higher on the open. See, it opened here at 1400 and a quarter, raced up to 1402 and a half, and then reversed all the way back down to close at 99.75. Probed lower, and then it tried to recover. Okay? Now look at this up here at the top. See that double top? Okay. We gap higher on the open. We make a decent run up. We get slammed back down. We run right back up again, put in a double top here, and we get slammed right back down again. We had a tweet out last night. I'll show you that in a minute. And but let's get through this. Now, the first valid signal, this is a bit unusual. There is a way that you could have participated in this down move. If you come take the free trial, I will teach you how to do that. Okay? But this particular setup that we teach, the first signal was generated right here to go short. And it said go short at 1396.75. Price proceeded to drop to 1392.25. Alright, I'm going to do the calculator just to make it easy. 1396.75 minus 1392.25. 4.5. So a 4.5 point drop from 96.75 to 92 and a quarter, 4.5. We then got a second signal to go short at exactly 1349 and a half. Price dropped to 1391 and a quarter. So 94 and a half minus 91 and a quarter, 3.25 maximum potential. I don't guess I've covered the maximum potential rule tonight. Maximum potential is that thing you're never gonna really get. We knew that we were up here. We knew that our entry to go short was at exactly 96.75 to the tick, and we had a couple ticks of drawdown in the trade before it went in our direction and traveled 4.5 points. Is it reasonable to expect that you would take 4.5 points out of that trade? No. It's reasonable to expect that you would take something out of that trade based upon your own, hey, I go for 2 points and I'm done for the day, or I go for 3 points and I'm done for the day, or you have some methodology, or we'll teach you a methodology to help you decide when it's time to exit a trade. And a lot of it depends upon your personality, your risk tolerance. Can you simply use a 2-point bracket? Yes. Can you have a always? Now, we never risk more than 2 points on one of these trades, and that's important. I haven't covered that tonight. We never risk more than 2 points on one of these trades. On this setup, never. There's never a reason to risk more than 2 because we're defining the entry to the tick. All right. Now, with this move down, 3 1/4. Are you going to get 3 1/4? Well, you got to be very lucky. You're going to get a couple. You're going to get 3. You're going to get 2.75. You know, price starts to bounce back up. You're going to go, let me get out of here. Now, is there a chance that you might just stay in this trade and let it come all the way back on you and you end up with nothing? Is it possible to have 3 1/4 points on the board and you end up with 0? Yeah, that's possible. Now, we're going to teach you how to not let that happen. Doesn't mean it'll never happen, but we're going to give you some aggressive risk management techniques so that it doesn't have to happen. Okay? A 3 1/4 point trade, in all truth and honesty, should never turn into a losing. It should never turn into a losing trade, and I don't even suggest that you allow it to turn into a break-even trade, unless you're moving into some larger time frame. Okay, I'm speaking of this specific setup in this specific time frame. Okay. All right. The next entry that our system gives us here is a signal to go short. At what price does it tell us to go short? It tells us to go short at exactly 1383.50. What happens? I'm sorry, 1393.50. The system says sell 93.50. Now I want you to look at the decreasing momentum. I'm not going to go deep here. This is more for the training room, but big move, shorter move, shorter move. What I want you to see is the decreasing momentum in these moves. Okay? So here's what happens. We risk 2 points on every trade. This came back and stopped us out for exactly 2 points. 93.50 to 95.50, that's a 2-point stop. Now, why do I have a circle there? Okay, let me explain that, because that's something a little bit different. This is probably, without a doubt, my number one key reversal signal. Okay, I call it the twin tower. You'll notice that these two are identical. One is green, one is red. The context had a pretty fair move up. I'm looking for a move down. Now, that's not going to keep me out of this trade. If I took the signal, I got stopped out for the 2 points, but I might just be shorting this thing back up here as soon as I get this signal, not waiting for the system to give me the next signal. But again, that's something that we'll teach you in the live trading room. So that's why you should come and take the free trial. It's really why you should become a partner. Because I think what you really want to do is you want to stop guru shopping and indicator hopping, and I think you really just want to learn how to trade, don't you? Okay, what kind of price we got here? 13.93, and price drops to 13.91. Okay, I'll do that one in my head. From 13.93, 13.93, right there, to 13.91. Maximum potential. Two points. We get another entry to go short right here. This time the go short price is 92.50. Is there a drawdown? There is. From 92.50, the entry to go short, we have a drawdown all the way up to 93.75. That's 1.25 points. 5 ticks. Our risk is always 8 ticks on this trade setup. So there's the risk up here, 1.25. And boy, does it take a while for this to roll itself out. And this market just went sideways. But you never got, it never hit, it never went against you more than 1.25. Okay. All right. So we're at 92.5. That's the entry to go short. Minus 89.75. 2.75. Maximum potential. Get another signal to go short right here. Doesn't even matter what the price is really, because the trade price, the market, they, whoever they are, they went the other way. Our system said sell short. They said nope, we're taking them higher, whoever they are. All right, so that's a stop. -2. And then we get a signal to go long at 92.5. And price runs up to 96.25. $96.25 minus 92.5, 3.75. And it looks like it could go higher, so this may turn into something more. If you're in this trade, it's a good thing to ask yourself right now, would I stay in it, or would I take my 3.75? Or would I have already been out on this doji? Or would I have taken my 2? I can't answer that for you. I can just tell you that the entry to go long was 92.50 to the tick. Your ability to stay with this trade, your decision to stay with this trade, you write that book. Okay, we'll help you. We'll help you work out a plan, a strategy. And then once you have that strategy sort of carved in stone, then you got to be willing. What you have to bring to the table is discipline to follow the plan. We can't give you that. We can't instill discipline in you. We can harp about it. We can go on and on about how important it is. But I had someone send me an email the other day, and they said, I sat down with it in my mind clearly exactly what trade setups I'm going to take. And they weren't even, I don't think, referring to this particular setup that we teach. They were referring to something different. I sat down, that's what I'm going to do. And the next thing I know, I've taken like 2 or 3 breakout trades that I never even planned to take. But I took them, and I'm stopped out, and I'm mad at myself. And I don't know what to do. And you know what my only answer was? Stop doing that. It's hard to resist. It's like being in a shooting gallery with these little silhouettes popping up everywhere, and you want to be a cowboy or a cop or whatever, and you just want to spin around and just shoot anything that moves. It's so tempting. And it takes a lot of discipline to say no. That has not served me well in the past. I'm going to change that behavior. See, anybody can do that. That kind of stuff's, that's easy. Piece of cake. But being disciplined? Wow, that takes some work. So you have to ask yourself before you launch this trading career, or this, you know, this educational journey that could potentially lead to you being someone who trades for a living. You have to ask yourself, am I willing to do the work? And I'm telling you, everybody wants to look good, but how many people are willing to go to the gym and put in the hours on the weights and the treadmill and everything else to achieve that look or that body that they really want? Well, go to the mall and look around. A small percentage of the population are actually willing to do what it takes to achieve the results that we all want. And you have to approach trading in that very same way. Am I willing to do what it takes to be successful? Or am I going to be impulsive? Am I going to be a renegade? Am I going to blow up yet another account? That's just the truth. Okay, let's see how many times we got stopped out on this day. There's 1. There's 2. And that's it. Pretty uneventful day. 1 stop out there for 2 points. 1 stop out there for 2 points. We never get stopped out for more than 2 points. Why? Because we use a bracket order, and that's our risk. 2 stops times 2 points each equals 4 points plus 0.25 per stop for slippage equals a negative 4.5 points. Two stops. Every time we get stopped out, it costs us 2 points. So if we got stopped out on both of those trades, we're down 4. S&P 500 Emini is probably the most liquid futures contract out there. You shouldn't have a problem on your fills, but occasionally you get some slippage. So when I do this recap every night, I factor in 1 tick of slippage for each stop. Okay. So 4 points, 2 stops, quarter tick or a tick for each stop. That puts us at a negative 4.5. Okay. Now let's add up the positive numbers. The first trade. Now again, this was unusual. On the overnight, just the way it laid out, there was not a trade entry until right at the open this morning. I don't remember the last time we saw that. You have 4.5, 3.25, 2. $2.75. We've already counted the stop. 3.75. Okay, that's 16.25. $16.25 maximum potential. Is that realistic potential? No. Why not? We knew every entry to the tick, but we did not know every exit to the tick. In order for you to get this 16.25, you had to be in front of the screen from, in today's case, 8 a.m. Chicago time. First, you had to do nothing on the overnight session. You had to sit on your hands. And then you had to take every one of these trades and you had to milk it for every single tick. That's the only way you could get 16 1/4. Okay? So we know that's not realistic. So how do we compensate for that? How do we reconcile that? Every night I do the exact same thing. I take that, I divide it by 2. In other words, I throw half out the window, 50%. So 16.25 minus 4.5, 11.75. $11.75 minus 4.5 equals, oh, I'm sorry, 16.25 minus 4.75. Oh, now I got myself worried. Let me just do it all over again. 16.25 minus 4.75, 11.5. And I call this realistic potential. Now, why is that realistic? Well, number one, we always count every stop. We throw half the trades out, or maybe you took all the trades, but you only got half of what each trade was worth, or any variation thereof. Okay. 16.5 maximum potential. Stopped out for 4.5 points. How did that become 4.75? Oh boy. I'm going to get this right. Is that right? Yeah. 4 points. 4.5. So 16.25. Let me do this one more time. 16.25 minus 4.5, 11.75. I guess I had it right the first time. 11.75 realistic potential. Now, 11 points. Oh my goodness, man. I like crack that every day. Well, yeah, but go look at the other videos. Okay, that's for a slow day. That's a really good number. Now, the reason it's such a good number is because it was such a lackluster day. We only got stopped out twice. That's what made today kind of a spectacular, non-spectacular kind of day. So let's put it all in perspective. See this little box I got down here? And let's just go from here. We'll start it here, right at the open, 8:30. Okay, this thing just meanders inside of a, what do we got, 91 on the bottom, 95.5 on the top. Yeah. So in this 5-point range, but then, okay, that's a little deceiving even, because what happens is that range, now if you'll notice, it extends. That big range extends I mean, we pop out a tad right here. I'm gonna bring this down and make it a little more realistic. There's 2 times that we popped out of the top of the range. Or we popped out of the top once. We popped out of the bottom once. But other than that, 91 to 94.25, So we had a 4.25 point range, with the exception of that blip and that blip. We traded in a 4.25 point range, 91 on the bottom. Yeah. Trying to see if that's 91. It is. It's 91. It's 91 to 94.25. So a 4.25 point range the entire day. This came after the close. Okay. I don't know who reported earnings today, but apparently we got a little bump from that. So on a day when you're stuck in a 4.25 point range and you pull out 11.75 points realistic potential, that's extraordinary. And you didn't get a trade on the Globex or on the overnight. Now, if you're watching this video for the first time, you go, well, how do I know, sir, that your system really said to get short there to the tick, or there, or there, or there, or there? And, sir, while I'm asking you questions, how do I know it told you to get long there? Well, I tell you what, you come to the live trading room tomorrow morning, okay? cfrn.net/apply. You come hang out with us. It's free, no credit card required, and everybody's eligible unless you've taken a free trial in the last 6 months. And there are extraordinary circumstances where even if you did take one in the last 6 months, but for some reason you weren't able to participate, we will take a look at your situation and potentially, throw some grace your way. We're not here to just continually hand out free trials, but we're here for people who see. You probably wonder, why are you here? You could be hanging out with your family tonight. Why are you making this video? Why are you yammering on about this? Because you're trying to sell me something. Well, does it cost money to become a partner? Yes. Do I think we have one of the most comprehensive and affordable trading programs available? Yes, I do. And listen to the sound of my voice. Do I sound like the guy that's trying to pull something over on you? Right? The fast-talking car salesman? Do I sound like that guy to you? If I do, then you should just totally tune us out and go look for somebody that you resonate with. See, some people have deep down, they have a desire for that overly charismatic leader who, even if he leads them off a cliff, it sounds so good and smells so good and looks so good that they'll follow gladly until, they're in the midst of the fall off the cliff, and then they come to their senses, at which point it's too late. So I'll be the first to tell you I'm not that overly charismatic guy. I'm just not. Sometimes I get a little excited. I can be upbeat on occasion. I can get worked up from time to time. But for the most part, I'm pretty low key. So the reason we've been doing the radio show for, we're moving into our 7th year now. And we never charged a dime for the radio show, and we still don't. But people kept, we kept hearing all the stories from all the people who say, hey, I just bought this new course, I just followed this new guru, I just got a hold of this new indicator set, and it just never ended well. It just never ended well. And people began to say, hey, why don't you guys teach what it is that you do, what we see you guys showing during the radio show? How about you actually create a course and teach us what you're doing and how to do it, and let us use the indicators that you guys have custom built over the years. So Michael and I, we talked about it, and we went back and forth, and As of February 14th, 2012, that was our 1-year anniversary of fully launching the CFRN Partner Program. We had a prior launch, but it was in a little bit different format for, I think, maybe 3 to 6 months. Very low key. What do they call that? A beta? Yeah, we were in a beta test. Our official launch was February 14th, 2011. And that's when we actually began to formally train people to use our methods and our indicators and our platform. The stuff we had just let people watch for free without really teaching, we decided to teach. And so yes, because dude, here I am at 7:48 Pacific time making this video when I could be hanging out with my family, or I don't know, doing whatever it is. I could be at the gym getting that body I've always wanted, sweating on one of those weight machines, or in the sauna, or swimming laps, or walking my dog, or meditating, listening to music, smooth jazz, whatever. You follow me? So Michael and I are a little bit passionate, although we may not come across as, because we're not the overly charismatic guys, we are passionate about helping people learn how to trade. So if you want a place where they just call out the trades and then you try to shadow the trades and make money that way, this is probably not for you. Okay? We do trade live in the live trading room. We do call out trades. Hey, we're getting short at 13.95, and that's not an area, it's to the tick. If we say we're shorting 13.95, you'll see us bring a DOM up on the screen, you'll see us put the order on, and we'll be short at 13.95. None of that funny business, like if it goes the wrong way, where the moderator goes, yeah, I decided to stay out of that trade. I didn't like the way it was setting up. No, we don't do that. We just show you what we're doing, and we get stopped out like real people, because we are real people. So, but we have a passion, because we heard the stories for the years over, man, people who just, gosh, they wanted so desperately to be successful in the markets, but they couldn't find someone who would really teach them how to become successful in the markets. Now, am I saying that we're the greatest traders in the world? Nope. Greatest teachers in the world? Nope. Most transparent? Maybe. It's possible that we are the most transparent. We certainly strive to be very transparent. We're always very honest and upfront with you. Our goal is that by the time you finish our 3-month course, you don't need us. Now, we have a program where you can stick around and still come in the live trading room and hang out with us and go to the partners meetings and get the weekly trading zones. We have that program. But at the end of the 3 months, we actually want you to be independent. At the end of 3 months, we want you to be in a place where you don't ever need another guru or guy to call out a trade entry for you, because you're able to look at a chart and know when it's time to go short, when it's time to go long, and at exactly what price. Now, if that's what you're looking for, if you actually have a desire to learn how to trade, not a gimmick, not a get rich quick overnight, but you really want to learn how to trade, and you want to learn a skill set that you can transfer across multiple markets, from E-minis to grains to metals to feeder cattle to currencies, forex, currency futures, then this is the right place for you. Okay? But it's going to take time, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take determination, it's going to take stick-to-itiveness. And even then, there's no guarantee. See, we give you all of our knowledge. It's like I had to write an email to a guy today who had not met his own expectations. And I said, if I go out and buy a surfboard and I hit the water and I hire a coach and I get me an instructor, And I go to the beach a lot. I buy my surfboard, I go to the beach, I'm a regular, I'm a beach boy. It's no guarantee that I'm ever going to learn to be a surfer. If I go out and buy a bat and ball, there's no guarantee I'm ever going to play for the Yankees. But there are some certainties in that too. Unless I go out and buy a surfboard, it's 100% guaranteed I'm never going to learn how to surf. And if I don't own a bat and a ball and a glove, it's 100% certainty that I will never play for the Yankees. So what you have to be, you have to open the doors of possibility. And I like to think that with us, you're opening the doors of probability. So if you have questions, email us support@cfrn.net. If you're ready to take the free trial, then just go to cfrn.net/apply, fill it out, and we'll get you going. All right? That's it. I'm done. I hope to see you in the live trading room.